A free mind is a wonderful thing. Free minds have discovered the advances of medicine, science, and technology, have created great works of art, literature, and music, and have devised our rules of ethics and the laws of civilized lands. Tyrants who take over our thinking and enforce political, psychological, or spiritual correctness by taking away our freedom, especially the freedom of our minds, are the menace of today, tomorrow, and all eternity. A quote from Cults Inside Out, written by Margaret Thaler Singer. There is life after cults. However, when I mention the word cult, I doubt very much you think of multi-level marketing companies. What if I told you recovering after leaving an MLM company is much like recovering from a cult? Today, we are going to be going through some r/MLM recovery, and in future, we will be discussing this in way more depth on my series, The Manipulation of a Hunbot. So stay tuned for that. Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well today. My name is Beth, or Queen of Spade. Please do give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's throw some spade. MLM Recovery. This is a community for recovering victims of pyramid schemes, MLMs, also known as multi-level marketing, and other scams. Whether you were a consultant or your best friend turned to the dark side, this is a place of support to those who feel victimized. Stories, advice, or references are all welcome. Be kind to yourself. More than 99% of people will lose money in an MLM, no matter how hard you try. It is not your fault that you did not become a successful millionaire like you were promised. It is not you that is the failure. The MLM system is set up to be like that, for the few to be successful at the top. The vast majority of people need to fail. When you joined your company, you were slowly and subtly subjected to techniques that changed the way you think. It is possible you ended up doing some things you were not proud of. Some people feel ashamed of some of the things they did and said and how they treated people. Please do not feel that any of this makes you a bad person or that it is your fault. It all went wrong. You would do well to think of yourself as a victim of a fraud. Take the time to examine your thoughts and feelings and try to be kind to yourself. You have been through a traumatic experience that should not be underestimated. If you are having trouble with your thoughts, you would do well to confide in friends and or seek counseling. So as you can see, many people do experience what would be experienced if actually leaving a cult. So let's look through the subreddit and see some stories. This one is called I Didn't Drink the Kool-Aid, a recovery and an almost relapse. A few years ago, I had a stint with It Works. Yeah, I fell for that. I just moved to a new province, didn't know anyone, was mostly talking to people from back home, didn't really know what an MLM was or why they were bad. I signed up. I didn't end up getting interest from people, and I didn't really like the products that much. Got out of there before you could say Quidditch, and didn't end up losing too much. Don't have an exact number, but no more than a couple $100. I swore I'd never let myself get mixed up with that again. Fast forward to this year, close to the start of COVID. A work friend was having an online Norwex party and invited me. I bought a few things and ended up booking a party so my friend could get the rewards. I made the mistake of asking a couple questions about selling it during the party, as it did seem like a good idea and something I could get behind. And surely, if there are others who are successful, I could be too. Host lady gets in touch with me about booking the party and almost immediately goes into the spiel to upgrade me from just a party to signing up. Of course she did. It seemed so good. Make easy money from home, no harsh chemicals, reusable products that sell themselves. It was that last one that gave me pause, but I was new at this and maybe they really do. I was legit hard to say no to signing up, but I wanted to do some research. Boy, am I ever glad I did. My sleuthing led me to r/AntiMLM and here, both excellent anti-MLM resources, along with some general searches and looking at some of the info the host lady provided. One thing I remember she said was, "This stuff sells itself. Get 3 to 5 people on the laundry soap." Like it's a drug or something. "A month and there's your minimum sell for the quarter." With fresh eyes, I decided not to sign up. And while the what-ifs of making a lot of money creep in every now and then, I'm glad not to be reliant on hounding friends and family and strangers for my next sale. Full disclosure, I have, use, and admittedly love the mop system, not for weird reasons like it removes all traces of chicken juice, like they say about the cloths. It's just a good, reusable, both wet and dry mop product. It does leave opportunity for relapse, but hey, I like to live dangerously. I also did It Works and It Doesn't Work. The r/MLM Recovery subreddit and the r/AntiMLM subreddit are full of resources for you. It's a great place to go. You can also check out the links under my videos. I always leave MLM resources down there. Be careful buying the MLM products because of relapse, but also because of the fact that you are also buying into someone else's false hope. And I think it's important to be weary of that. Otherwise, I'm just glad you said no, girl. My mom is starting to buy into it and won't listen. I need help. I don't know if this is the right subreddit to post into, so if there's a better one, please let me know. No, I think you're exactly where you should be. Some friends of my mom that are apparently successful told her about this nutritional drink that works wonders on the body. When she first brought up the drink to me, she was talking about starting a business. She told me that she'll be a distributor for it and was boasting about how she can finally run a business from home and look after our disabled father. Immediate red flags went up, especially when she was telling me about the drink and how she will first test it on herself and our dad to see improvements. Last week, the drink arrived, and I've heard nothing but positive things about it from them. And it's all placebo. She's a goddamn nurse. She should know better than this. I checked out their website, already dodgy as fuck. I looked at their ingredients. It's all just brewed fruit and herbs, etc. She keeps going on about, oh, it's made in Canada. Canada would not sell unsafe products. Or, look, it has a health and safety seal on it. I keep telling her it's literally just juice and that the business is an MLM from all the stuff I've been looking at. I thought she listened to me, but I caught her buying some more just now. It's 25 pounds per bottle. She's already bought 2. I don't know how many more she's bought or whether she's started advertising it to her friends. I don't know what to do. She won't listen to me because in our culture, it's seen disrespectful for the child to speak up or educate their parents. We are Filipino. I'm crying because I'm so frustrated. Aw, she's gonna waste so much money on this and possibly lose friends trying to tie them in on this. I don't know how to word it, but is there a way to reach out to a nutritionalist or someone with a study in the medical benefits of consumables that I could reach out to have them analyze the drink and prove that it's nothing but juice? This product is called Lifestyles Intra. If any of you can scrounge up information to show it's all bull, please forward it my way. This is a hard situation because it's your mom, and it's always hard to watch someone we love fall victim to these schemes, but especially our mommy. First, I'm going to start off as a Canadian by letting you know that your mom is incorrect. Here in Canada, we have very similar issues with business practices and MLMs and pyramid schemes and crappy products as you do in the USA. In fact, several of the MLM companies are Canadian, and our large anti-MLM community is often trying to report them to places such as the Government of Canada website, where we can report worrisome products or business practices. We can also make a report to the Better Business Bureau. So you can start by showing your mom those websites and letting her know that just because an MLM is Canadian does not mean it does not have bad business practices. I mean, I know we polite, but we not that polite. After all, Organal Gold, for example, is a Canadian MLM company. In terms of more information on that company, stay tuned to my channel and I got you, boo. I am reporting Cutco vector marketing to my government employment sector. Give me some words of advice / support. I haven't done this before, but I have some evidence that they are actually doing illegal work in the way they have been recruiting and running it. What is worse is they target young people during COVID, where a lot are out of work and don't know how the job market works. That is what broke it for me. I couldn't just leave while seeing the youth getting abused that way. I joined without signing the contract to see how far this goes. I don't know. Maybe if someone here knows more about how they run it, I could think of more evidence. I am waiting for a call from an officer. Yeah, you report that shit! No, seriously though, we are getting to the point, especially during this pandemic, where if you do see companies or Huns breaking the rules, especially that the CDC and FTC put out, please do report. Report that bitch! Ready for a career change, but I'm still being haunted by an MLM mentality. Hi, so I recently decided I want to start my own freelance business in copywriting. I love many aspects of the career, and yes, it is writing to sell products, but I get to choose what companies I would work with and would only sell authentically with factual information. However, even knowing that, the thought of writing something to sell a product has me feeling like I'm back in an MLM, pushing products people don't need that most likely aren't even good. I know I have control over whatever business I want to align myself with, but I don't know how to approach the thought of selling without thinking I'm a hun. As long as you have control over what products you write for, it should not be an issue like you stated. However, I do understand trying to shake the feeling of being a hun while trying to work in sales. I went into sales a little while after leaving my MLMs, and some of the hun-bot things followed me, so I used them to my advantage. Enthusiasm and charisma, along with knowing how to write those long posts, can be useful to you. Try to think of them as transferable skills you are using and keep reminding yourself that you are not a hun. You're not even really in sales. Instead, you are a freelance writer. Update on my attempt of ghosting my MLM group. So, I've been ghosting my Tupperware MLM group for about 2 or so weeks now, keeping my head down, not responding, etc. I posted today on my personal Facebook about my cat needing surgery and about how worried and stressed for her I was. My upline manager is on my Facebook and liked my post, which was fine. Not 10 minutes later, she messaged me this. Manager's friendly reminder. Like I just dropped $800 plus on my cat in the past week and will have to probably spend more tomorrow when I go to pick her up. No, I'm sorry about your cat. Or, I know things are hard, blah blah blah. Just, you owe me this. Yes, I know I didn't pay off my stupid kit yet. I'm trying to get out of this and recover from the mental abuse the MLM did to me. Sorry, I needed to rant and hopefully get some support. This day has been hell, and I don't know how my kitty is. This is just the icing on the cake. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about your cat. I just want... Okay, that's better. I just want to say, I'm very sorry about your cat, and I really hope your cat gets better. Our pets are like family. I also know how hurt you must be to get that message from your manager without acknowledgement of what you're going through. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's just say before I get eaten. Those we meet in MLMs are not our friends. I don't usually suggest ghosting your MLM to leave because they will still harass you, and you need to ensure your account is shut down completely so nothing else can be withdrawn from your bank account as well. But if it is easier for you and you can still accomplish that stuff, then do what you gotta do to get out. Wife fell into an MLM trap. My wife and I were on the same page, or so I thought, that MLMs are pseudoscience. I was gone for 4 days a few weeks ago, and when I came back, I found out she was secretly trying to get involved in Young Living via one of her friends. She has been having issues with anxiety lately and has been looking for a remedy. I told her I did not approve and did not want her selling it. She says that the oil helps her anxiety. I call BS and told her she can use what she already has, but needs to find alternative, actual proven treatment for it, such as working out and eating healthier. Today, I found an entire pamphlet on starting to sell it and notes she took on it, which means she is probably planning on doing it behind my back. What should I do? My husband was also against MLMs when I did them and did not support them at all. However, he let me do my thing, and I don't necessarily suggest that. It depends on the type of personality your wife has and whether or not that would make her want to work harder at it or quit completely. The best advice I can give is to show her the subreddits, show her the resources at your fingertips, and explain to her that you do not want her doing this. An ultimatum might help, but please do not let this rip apart your marriage like it has for so many others. Support your wife and try not to fight too much over it, and budget the best you can if worse comes to worse and she does join. I'm sorry. Leaving an MLM company is much like leaving a cult. They even share the same manipulation tactics and work ethics, and they can be hard to escape from. However, it can be done. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much for watching. Please do give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and no matter where you are or what you're doing, I hope you have a fabulous day. I would like to leave you with this quote by Judith Lewis Herman. Recovery unfolds in 3 stages. The central task of the first stage is the establishment of safety. The central task of the second stage is remembrance and mourning. The central focus of the third stage is reconnection with ordinary life.